We really need an episode focusing on Felicia here. Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with I Heart Arlo, episodes 5 and 6. Yeah, like I said in the cold open though, there are some characters in this series we've yet to really focus on. Like, we've had a couple episodes that have kind of focused on Alia, and obviously we've had plenty of good focus on some of the other characters here, even if just in a scene and whatnot. But Felicia's one who kind of is used a little more as a side character or a background character who's just kind of there with the group, but hasn't had like a big episode to focus on. And I'm hoping we get that this time. We have 2 episodes here, so it's definitely a possibility. Now, I actually want to take some time to discuss the future of this, because this is a 19 episode series, which is one, a really weird number to end on, but also it kind of begs the question, will I be taking a break here? And I think I might have talked about this before, but just to kind of go into it again here, or to go into more of my thoughts as they are now and everything and how they've might have changed or whatnot, I am planning on taking a break. I don't remember if and what I've said before about this, but I am planning on taking a break. And I think I'm going to do it after episode 10. So what I think I'm going to do here is we're doing 6 and 7 here. We're probably going to do 8 to 9 together next week. And then we'll do episode 10 on its own. After that, we're going to take a break from Arlo. And we're going to bring One Piece back into this slot. We're going to get back to One Piece again. Arlo is a My Choice series, so this will come into play in that kind of slot in the future. We will get back to Arlo. We absolutely will. But we'll be taking a break after 10. So there's going to be 2 more weeks after this. Again, 8 and 9 will be next week, and then the week after will be just episode 10. Unless I change it and I just do episode 8 next week and then 9 and 10 together. It'll be some kind of combination like that. But for the time being, like I said, we're on 6 and 7. As always, I don't really know what to expect because this is very episodic. Almost entirely episodic. And like I said, I do want there to be some kind of story, and they've kind of hinted at something with what was going on back at the swamp, but we haven't gotten follow-up on that yet. There's definitely going to be some kind of story here, and I'm very interested to see what it is, but for now, let's just focus on what we got this time. So, that being said, let's just get into the episode, or these episodes of I Heart Arlo, and see what we get. Cutting in here real quick to remind you of all the awesome content we have on the channel. Between Monday and Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions with 2 on Wednesday. We also have movie reactions every Saturday and Sunday. I do pre-record them during the week, but I upload them on the weekend. And don't forget all the gaming content we have both on this channel and the secondary Princess of Gaming channel. We have Horizon Forbidden West every other day and Baldur's Gate 3 every single day on this channel, while we also have Nier Automata every Saturday on the other. And don't forget to click the link down in the description below to get to today's reaction. I redirected just due to copyright reasons. And finally, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video if you want to see more awesome content such as this. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get on to the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, yeah. A couple more good episodes. I like the first more than the second. So, I'm actually going to talk about episode 7 before I talk about episode 6, because I want to end on the higher note, I guess you could say. So, episode 7, In the Blue with You. Arlo goes on a fishing trip with his father, but Ansel just does not fucking know how to do this because he's rich and he hasn't really done anything for himself, and he likes to see like this big, grand, high scale kind of trip as the ultimate thing to do rather than just, spending time with someone. He doesn't know how to be a father. He just doesn't. This is all very new for him, and he's trying. He genuinely is trying. He's just bad at it because it's new. It's something that he has never had to deal with. He definitely has the right idea, just the wrong execution. That's the best way to put it, I feel. Arlo just wants to go on a fishing trip with him. Normal, everyday fishing trip, nothing special, no bells and whistles. But Ansel's idea was, let's go swim with the narwhals and shit. Which not only was not what Arlo wanted, but it seemed to actually freak Arlo out. Like, he seemed like he was really scared and upset by it all. He was not comfortable with it at all. Which, I mean, even though Ansel was loving it, he was absolutely enthralled and, refers to the narwhals as nature's unicorn and everything. It's like, not everything is going to appeal to everyone. Which one of the sailors actually specifically says. And again, it's something that Ansel has to learn, that not everything is going to work for everyone. And that his big, grand, expensive ways of hanging out are not going to appeal to someone like Arlo, who's grown up in, honestly, practically poverty, and just likes to do very simplistic stuff with people. Arlo doesn't need all these bells and whistles. He doesn't want all these bells and whistles. If he wants to hang out with you, it's going to be doing something simple like fishing, skating around town, or, playing hide and seek or something like that. Nothing spectacular, nothing amazing, nothing like that, like, high end. And that's not just for his father, that's for everyone. But I think the others mostly know this a lot more because they're more used to it, while Ansel, again, isn't. But the first of these two episodes, episode 6, I liked a lot more. Because while episode 7 wasn't bad, it was just basic. It was pretty basic. It wasn't anything special. But episode 6... one was kind of something I was looking forward to. I wanted an episode that focused on Felicia. And honestly, with episode 7, we've had Arlo and Ansel episode, one or two of those before. But I wanted at least a Felicia episode. And we got it. We got an episode for her. And it was honestly what I think is the perfect episode to give to her here. She is working at her salon. She's doing her best she can to make sure that everyone gets treated properly. But she's giving no time for herself. She's taking on everyone and forcing in so much work just to please everyone and make them happy that she's overworking herself. Like, big time overworking herself. To the point where it causes her hair to fall out, one of her teeth falls out. She's just excessively stressed to the point that it's hurting her mental health. And this is the real kind of stuff, too. When people overwork themselves and overstress themselves with work and stuff, their hair can fall out. That is a real thing. Teeth falling out, I don't think that's much of a thing. I think that's more of an exaggeration for this series, but the hair falling out absolutely is. Stress can definitely do that. And just the idea of overworking herself in general. It's like, she mentions in this episode, like, not only has she not had time to, like, skate and just, do things for herself like that, she mentions not having time to eat or sleep. And it's like, Jesus. That's not healthy. And believe me, I've overworked myself for this channel before and stuff, and I've had to take steps back at times. I've like gone in kind of these different waves. If you've been with the channel long enough, you'll have seen it's like, okay, sometimes I'll be doing a shit ton of reactions all at once, and I'll have to end up cutting down because I've been overworking myself. So I go down to doing a smaller amount. But eventually I go back up to doing more because I feel like I can handle doing more again. It's like, oh, I'm at this point where I'm in a good place. I can do more. Let's go for it. But it continues the pattern. I end up overworking myself again and have to cut down. And I'm fine with going in these waves. I'm fine with doing it that way. But when it does get to be too hard like that, when it does get to be too much, I just have to know the right time when I need to cut back for my own safety. My mental health, my sanity, my physical health, it can absolutely affect that as well. So it's like, I just need to make sure I never go too far with it. If I do continue to go in these waves, I do need to make sure that I reach the point where I'm quitting, I'm dropping it back down before it gets too bad, basically. And as long as I can find out when that is, I'll be good, I think. I hope. But yeah, it's like that's something Felicia definitely had to learn here. And when she's given the chance after everything falls apart and is given the chance to just go skate for herself and all, it helps her. And Arlo helps her in that same vein find a balance and even have a hard cutoff time and stuff. And sorry for it getting so dark suddenly. It's actually nice and bright out. I don't know why it's like, why the camera is reading it as so dark. I genuinely don't know. The camera's been reading the lighting is pretty dark all day today, like during everything I've been recording. Also, Jesus, sudden lag. And I don't know why. I can't explain it. But it's like, I think it's getting a little better right now. But anyway. So yeah, this episode felt like it was like something newer and fresher for the series. Something that was needed with the Felicia focus. And just a lot bigger and more interesting of a lesson, of a moral. And not to mention, I just feel, again, we needed more Felicia focus because that was something we were genuinely missing. So yeah, I liked episode 6 more than episode 7 here, but I did like them both. They were still both good. So as a reminder, once again, next week we should probably be doing 8 and 9, and then we'll do 10 on its own. It might switch to just 8 and then 9 and 10 together, but it's most likely going to be the first one. And then we're going to take a break and go back to One Piece. Arlo will return in the future, but we'll tackle that more when we get to that point. For the time being, tell me in the comments below, what did you think of these 2 episodes of I Heart Arlo? Let me know down below, and thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.